Coming up, 2 University of Iowa officials have announced that they are stepping down, and later we talk to an Iowa City Council candidate about the policies they want to implement.
Today we're talking special teams, and yes, that means football, but hey, I'll even talk about why women's basketball and baseball are special too. Stay tuned for sports.
We have a beautiful fall weekend up ahead. Stay tuned for weather, where I'll give you the latest on what you can expect.
All that and more coming up on this Thursday morning edition of DITV News. Don't go anywhere. DITV starts right now. Good morning and thank you for tuning in. I'm Noah Gowdy. The Vice President of Student Life, Melissa Shivers, has decided to take a new position and leave the University of Iowa. She explained to the student body in an email what working for the University of Iowa has meant to her, saying, quote, "Every day I am overwhelmed and inspired by your strength, smarts, and talents. Your spirit, enthusiasm, and commitment to making the world a better place are the reasons this work is so important and meaningful," end quote. Shivers is taking the position of Vice President for Student Life at Ohio State University after working for the University of Iowa for the last 2 years. Another administrator has announced their resignation from the University of Iowa this week. The Tippie College of Business Dean Sarah Fisher-Gardell will be leaving Iowa after 12 years to serve as the Dean of Belmont University's Business School in Nashville, Tennessee. Fisher-Gardell explained that she is moving to the Macy College of Business to explore new opportunities and be closer to her family. The University of Iowa will start searching for a new dean before Fisher-Gardell's departure in March of 2020. Charlie Kirk, the leader of the right-wing nonprofit student organization Turning Point USA, stopped by Iowa City last night. Kirk spoke with the students about conservative ideals in America today and also spoke about a variety of issues, but the conservative distaste for socialism was popular throughout the night.
Now, look, my speech tonight would be a lot easier if I came out here and I said, hey, we're going to eat the rich, we're going to tax the rich, we're going to have free health care, we're going to have free housing, and we're going to give everything away. We're going to have free money. That's our new thing now, right? Universal basic income. We're going to give you money just because you exist. Our message is harder. Our message is, you know what? I'm not going to give you anything. I'm not going to give you free stuff from other people because they worked hard and they were productive. I will give you one thing, though. I'll give you equality of dignity, and I'll make sure government stays out of your life. That's what we're selling.
Now, Kirk's comments come at a remarkable moment as many Democratic candidates are campaigning throughout the state of Iowa and advocating for the policies that he condemns. And with the fall weather rolling in here in Iowa City, I'm really wondering what this weekend's going to shape up to be like. Let's toss it over to Claire in the weather studio to find out more. Claire?
Thanks, Noah. We do have a beautiful weekend coming up ahead, but this morning we have a temperature of 38 degrees with partly cloudy skies. Throughout the day, temperatures will rise to 47, but this evening will fall back down to about 41 degrees. This weekend is a perfect weekend for the pumpkin patch, as temperatures will be in the upper to mid 50s with sunny skies. Friday, the high will be 52 with a low of 30. Saturday will warm up a little more with a high of 56 and a low of 37. We have a beautiful end to the weekend with lots of sun and a high in the upper 50s. Beginning next week, we can anticipate more sun with highs in the upper 40s and a low in the mid 30s. I hope you get out and enjoy the sun in the coming days. Noah, back to you.
Thanks, Claire. City Council candidate Laura Burgess sat down with the Daily Iowan staff to answer a few questions about her campaign on Tuesday night. She spoke on a variety of topics and touched base on Iowa City's shrinking general fund revenue and what this means for the city.
Because of changes in state law, we know that Iowa City's general fund revenues are going to fall short of our current need within just a few years. And so how do we not cut services, right? How do we make sure that we can keep doing what we all value and what we all prioritize and what we need to do?
Burgess also talked about her plans to help climate change and her views on the Affordable Housing Act. The Daily Iowan will be officially endorsing one of the city council candidates, so make sure to stay tuned to find out who that will be. And with Hawkeye sports back in action this weekend, we're going to go ahead and look at some of the unsung heroes who have been helping the Hawkeye football team get those extremely valuable wins. Let's toss it over to Zach Lohman in the sports studio to find out more. Zach?
Thanks, Noah. Yeah, the Iowa football team is setting records. And no, it's not from their offense or their defense, but actually their special teams. I got the chance to find out how one junior is sitting atop the NCAA record books. Iowa kicker Keith Duncan has the most field goals made so far this season with 17, something that even surprised him.
I honestly didn't know that. I just kind of take what's given to me. I'm going to go out there and try to execute every single rep that I'm given. My job isn't really kind of to keep stats or anything like that, so I'm just focused on making the kick and have a one rep mindset.
And with having this accomplishment, he credits the offense for his success.
And I love it. Of course, we'd rather kick extra points, but it's fun to go get some field goals out there. It's a great job by our offense getting us in that position to kick. Go out there and get some points. So that's awesome, going out there and executing what we're going out there to do.
But when it comes to how far Duncan can kick it, it all depends on the weather.
It changes, every single game based on wind, the rain conditions. I think today, I felt comfortable from 58 going to the north end zone, and then south is 53, 54, just based on the wind. It changes throughout the game, and it's much different on the field than it is in the stands. It's kind of something you have to play with.
More extra points than field goals this weekend when Iowa heads to Evanston to take on the Wildcats. There's another special team in Iowa preparing to do great things in upcoming weeks. Iowa women's basketball is back, and with starters Kathleen Doyle, Mackenzie Meyer, and Alexis Civilian returning to Carver, the Hawks will have big things ahead. But with more on just how the Iowa is looking this upcoming season, we have sports reporter Kimberly Bates in the newsroom with more. Good morning, Kim.
Good morning, Zach. So Iowa finished their 2019 season going 29-7 overall, 14-4 in the Big Ten. They advanced to the Elite Eight in the NCAA championship after claiming their Big Ten title from Maryland in a 90-76 win. They are returning 10 letter winners, including Kathleen Doyle, Mackenzie Meyer, and Alexis Civilian. And there's a lot of talk outside of the locker room saying, what are we going to do about Megan Gustafson, Hannah Stewart, and Tania Davis all being gone? However, Doyle said it's not about who isn't in the locker room anymore. They're just more concerned about who they have right now in this moment.
Now, speaking of Gustafson being gone, she was a big part of Iowa's offense and defense last season. Do you think how will Iowa be able to win games?
So a big Hawkeye to watch is going to be Amanda Olinger. She is set to take Gustafson's shoes, although those are really big shoes to fill, so I'm not sure anybody can fully take her place. However, like I said, Kathleen Doyle is making a huge mark in her final season as a Hawkeye. She was just named to the Ann Myers Drysdale list, the Big Ten preseason, and 24 Hawkeyes to watch by Hawkeye Sports. So they do have their media days here in a little bit today, and so we're going to find out even more about what we can expect from their 2019-2020 season.
Can't wait for that, Kim. Thank you. Iowa women's basketball has released their 2019-2020 schedule with their next matchup this Sunday against Wayona State here at home. And we have another team in Hawkeye Sports that released an exciting first look of the season. Yesterday, Iowa baseball announced their highly anticipated 2020 spring schedule. The Hawks will be playing 23 matchups here at home. Iowa will be taking on Purdue, Maryland, and Minnesota, and Northwestern for the Big Ten series. The Hawks are one of the 3 teams that have qualified for the last 6 Big Ten tournaments, so keep your eyes out for those other Big Ten play with the 2020 Big Ten tournament taking place on May 20th and 24th. That's all we got for you in sports today, but tomorrow get ready for another exciting football pregame show as we look at Hawks taking on Northwestern on Saturday. Noah, back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Zach. One Tennessee man is getting in the Halloween spirit by turning a giant pumpkin into a boat. Justin Hallowed is a farmer from Cleveland, Tennessee, and he's been growing his 910-pound pumpkin since May. When it was big enough, he carved out a hole for himself and paddled around until he tipped over and fell into the water. This boat enthusiast clearly loves spooky season. And that's all we have for you on this Thursday morning edition of DITV News. Be sure to head over to dailyiowan.com for all your latest news between Monday and Friday. And if that isn't enough of the Daily Iowan for you, be sure to check out our print edition of the news on stands now. For DITV News, I'm Noah Gowdy. Have a great day, Iowa City.